Hi there, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states and Puerto Rico. Today's topic's a good one in 3 words, very powerful ones: guaranteed lifetime income. You're saying, well, yeah, that covers a broad array of things, right, Stan? No. There's only one product, the hated product, yes, annuities, that can provide guaranteed lifetime income regardless of how long you live, regardless of how long you're breathing. Even if you're on a respirator and in a coma, if you're breathing, it's going to pay. We're going to go over all the types of lifetime income after this. So guaranteed lifetime income, with 15,000 people turning age 65 every single day, check the date, it's probably more by the time you're watching this, they're looking for guarantees. And we live in a world where companies do not provide pensions. They don't even provide the gold watch. The only pension that you have in place, if you have a valid Social Security number, is Social Security. It's the best inflation annuity on the planet, period. So if you can't just say, I hate all annuities, you already own one. If you have a pension from one of the 9, not 90, 9 companies or that actually offer one, or if you work for the government or in the military or teacher or something like that, you have a pension as well. That's an annuity. That's guaranteed lifetime income. A 30-year bond is not guaranteed lifetime income. A 30-year treasury is not guaranteed lifetime income. Guaranteed lifetime income is when you transfer the risk to the life insurance company that issues the lifetime income annuity to pay for as long as you're breathing. So what's the ROI, Stan? I don't know that until you die. If you set up joint life with your spouse, I don't know the ROI until the second one of you dies. How important is it to you to have that type of guaranteed lifetime income? For most of you, it's very important. Okay? And annuities, there's many types, are the only product category that can provide that lifetime income guarantee. There's 4 types of annuities that provide lifetime income streams. Single premium immediate annuities, the acronym is SPIA, S-P-I-A. Deferred income annuities, the acronym is DIA, D-I-A. Qualified longevity annuity contracts, the acronym is QLAC, Q-L-A-C. And then income riders that are attached to either index variable or RILAs. Index annuities historically have provided the highest contractual guaranteed income riders for lifetime income. All 4 of those products are going to pay as long as you're breathing. So you better choose a good company. We have one rule: A+ or better. You don't need an income sweater. A+ or better. So we'll quote all carriers A+ or better for the highest contractual guarantee. So how do we get to that? There's 2 questions. What do you want the money to contractually do, and when do you want those contractual guarantees to start? What do you want the money to contractually do? Lifetime income. When do you want those contractual guarantees to start? That will determine which of the 4 products we quote. Also, you need to tell us IRA, non-IRA, Roth IRA. The guarantees are the same, the taxation's different, and QLACs, qualified longevity annuity contracts, can only be used in qualified money. Okay? 401k, IRA type money. So anyone out there saying, never put an annuity inside of an IRA. Stupid, dumb. IQ points, where are they? Okay, the Treasury Department and the IRS developed QLACs in 2014 for use in traditional type IRAs so that you could create lifetime income streams. But you got to be very, very careful right now. You got to choose really good companies, A+ or better. A+ or better and the highest number. A+ or better or the highest number. The other thing about guaranteed lifetime income that you need to be very aware of right now, and I am the only one talking about it. I saw some copycat start to talk about it the other day. There's a couple copycats out there that they want to be me, but you know, that's like me going to the YMCA and playing basketball. It's just not fair. I'm going to score 50 points. Okay? But what I'm talking about is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, love it, hate it, don't care, because I'm talking about annuities and artificial intelligence. What that's going to do is AI is going to shorten medical breakthroughs, which means that your projected life expectancy will probably be longer very, very soon, which means the annuity companies are going to lengthen out the payments, which means there'll be more payments, which means those payments will be lower. In Southern Stanglish English, right now, today's actuarial tables are in your favor. It's a bargain to buy it right now. I don't know when that's going to happen, that change, but I see a lot of the articles being dripped by the life insurance companies into the media about people are living longer. GLP-1s, the weight loss drugs are making people live longer. Medical breakthroughs making people live longer. Once they can prove all of that, they're going to lengthen out the life expectancy. So guaranteed lifetime income, it's important, but you need to know kind of the semi-urgency to take a look at it. Now, when we talk about guaranteed lifetime income, my biggest thing is building the income floor, okay? What's the income floor? That's the amount of money that's going to hit your bank account every single month, regardless of what happens in the stock market, the world, bombing going off, crypto, doesn't matter. It's coming into your bank account. Chapter 2 of your life, that's what I call retirement. You need income. You need income to prop up your lifestyle so you can travel, see the kids, etc. That's your income floor. That's where guaranteed lifetime income products using annuities help. So you have Social Security there. You have dividend stocks, all kinds of stuff that's coming in. That's not lifetime income, but that's part of your income floor. But you need more guaranteed lifetime income, meaning that if you live to 105, and don't say, I won't, you might. If you're married, one of you might, and it's probably going to be the female. That's historically the way it works. You have to plan for that. You have to plan for that income. Now, the biggest thing about guaranteed lifetime income that people always come at me and say, okay, great, Stan, we're going to do that, but tell us about inflation. Tell us about hyperinflation. Well, once again, you already own the best inflation annuity on the planet. That's Social Security, because that's a political raise, not an actuarial raise. And by the way, I'm contractual, if you want to know my affiliation politically. I'm in the contractual guarantees only policy that I started, I don't know, about a day ago. But the point is, inflation, there is not an annuity type that just perfectly solves for it. Now, every Johnny Appleseed agent joker out there is going to tell you they have it. They don't. They just don't. The way to solve for inflation using annuities is you put in your income floor, and let's say 5-7 years from now, you need an additional amount of money to fill in a gap for that income floor. Then at that point in time, you tell us what that gap is. Okay, Stan, we need an additional $750 a month. Okay, great. What we're going to do is we're going to reverse engineer the quote using immediate annuities to solve for that gap using the least amount of money. People say, well, why didn't I just put a cost of living adjustment increase on it, player? Why wouldn't I do that? Because annuity companies don't give that away. Life insurance companies are for profit. They're capitalistic pigs, okay? They're not giving it away. So if you know, well, I want it to increase contractually, we can do that, but visually, here's what it looks like. Here's the annuity without the increase. Here's the same annuity with the increase. Typically, it's a 7 to 9 year break-even point, depending on your age, but is it worth it? No. Do people buy it from me? Yeah. But I explain it to them. I explain what the annuity companies do. If you're okay with that, that's fine. Some people say, well, I want to buy 3 immediate annuities, but I want one of them to increase. Okay, great. Just don't go into any type of annuity purchase going, you know what, that sounds really good. That sounds almost too good to be true. If it sounds too good to be true, it is every single time, and someone's not explaining it to you correctly, which is where we come in. We want you to consider us as your annuity resource because we're not hammers looking for nails. Okay? We're just not. We're going to listen to you. We're going to advise you on which annuity would fit and solve for the contractual guarantee you're trying to solve for. Remember, 2 questions. What do you want the money to contractually do, and when do you want those contractual guarantees to start? With guaranteed lifetime income, you can go to our site and you can run quotes 24/7, 365 at your heart's content. In addition to that, all 4 of those product types I talked about, SPIAs, DIAs, QLACs, income riders, I've written owner's manuals on those. You can get those for free at my site. You can schedule a call with us, one-on-one, no obligation, it's free. You can email me at stan@theannuityman.com. We are accessible to you. I still run the company, all right? Now, one last thing. Above my head, you're going to love the title. It's Why People Still Hate Annuities. I actually addressed that and shot it down like a wounded duck, but I shot it down factually, but you'll get a kick out of that. And you need to watch it. If you're one of those curmudgeons out there going, I hate all annuities, I'm just watching this because this dude's kind of weird and funny and goofy. That's fine. I am weird, funny, and goofy, but I'm also factual. But that explains why people still hate annuities, how it could be solved, but also kind of getting you in line with the contractual realities of what annuities actually do. All right? My name is Stan, the Annuity Man. See you next time.